President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi, the Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces, attended the graduation ceremony of the new cadets of the Military Academy and the military colleges for the year 2023. In the course of the ceremony, President al-Sisi placed the Military Order of the Republic on the Armed Forces flag. The President also attended a military show performed by the new graduates, another show conducted by the Air Forces, and the third by the Cavalry Corps. During the ceremony, President al-Sisi and the attendees stood to salute the flags of the brotherly Arab states that supported Egypt in the Great October War. The graduation ceremony gains a special importance this year as Egypt marks the 50th anniversary of the 6th of October war victory. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi addressed the attendees of the graduation ceremony of the new cadets of the Military Academy and the military colleges for the year 2023. The President started his speech by congratulating the new cadets and their families on the graduation. He also saluted the martyrs who sacrificed their souls for the sake of the nation. The details follow. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi warned on Thursday from the attempt seeking to derail the Palestinian cause from its course, which aims to achieve peace based on justice, the principles of Oslo, the Arab Peace Initiative, and the resolutions of the international legitimacy. During his speech at the graduation ceremony of the new batches of the military colleges, President al-Sisi called on all parties to raise the voice of reason and wisdom and to adhere to the utmost degrees of self-restraint. The head of state called also for removing civilians, children and women from the cycle of brutal revenge and return immediately to the path of negotiations to avoid fires that will be ignited, fires that will not leave anything far or near but will burn it. The President also affirmed that Egypt is prepared to harness all the capabilities and efforts toward mediation in coordination with all the effective international and regional partners without restrictions or conditions. Al-Sisi stressed that the history and the rules of geography have shaped the charter of the Arab honor in the Egyptian conscience, which placed Egypt always and forever at the forefront of defending the Arab nation, offering blood and sacrifices, committing all the resources for the sake of the legitimate Arab right. The President emphasized clearly that the Egyptian endeavors for peace and considering it as the strategic choice make it imperative for Egypt not to leave the brothers in beloved Palestine and to preserve the resources of the brotherly Palestinian people and ensure that they regain their legitimate rights. Al-Sisi noted in his speech that the international community has to assume its responsibilities in this regard for the sake of peace. The President affirmed that over a period of a decade, Egypt, its army and people have been shaping the future. President al-Sisi also congratulated the newly graduated batch of military colleges and their families. President al-Sisi received a phone call from the UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak tackling the military escalation in the Gaza Strip. During the phone call, the two sides agreed on continuing and intensifying efforts aiming at decreasing tension and protecting civilians from both sides, in addition to preventing the deterioration of security and humanitarian situations. President al-Sisi asserted the Egyptian stance in continuing efforts to push for the pursuit of calm and utmost restraint to prevent sliding into bloodshed. The head of state stressed the need to ensure the regularity of the humanitarian relief services and aid to the Palestinians in Gaza. The President highlighted the importance of seeking to find the political path that is appropriate for a fair, integral and sustainable solution for the Palestinian cause. Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry met with his Lithuanian counterpart at the Foreign Ministry headquarters in Cairo. During the meeting, the two top diplomats discussed means of fostering bilateral relations in various domains, in addition to a number of regional and international issues of mutual concern. At a joint press conference following their talks, Minister Shoukry highlighted the importance of increasing the volume of trade exchange between the two countries. On Palestine, the pair affirmed the necessity of exercising calm to prevent an escalation of the situation in Gaza. Shukri described the situation in Gaza as unacceptable by all means. For his part, the Lithuanian minister stressed the significance of securing civilians in Gaza. Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli inspected the first phase of Badia City in the 6th of October city. The project is a partnership between the Ministry of Housing and Palm Hills Developments in the new October city. Madbouli asserted that the project contains residential units with different standards and various areas in addition to all the required services for a sustainable green city. Prime Minister Madbouli also inspected the projects in the smart city. Egypt's stock market indices collectively soared, being bolstered by the purchasing operations by the Arab and the foreign investors. The main EGX 30 index soared 1.77%. The small and medium EGX 70 index added 0.49%. The more expanded EGX 100 index added 1.1%. The overall transactions and dealings within the session reached £12 billion.